Hello there fellow NPCs, I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into Everlasting Summer. And yeah, last week I left you on quite a cliffhanger, didn't I? We went into the mines alone, because we were going after the Miku path. But we fell asleep, and now we wake up back on the bus. Which is strange, sometimes a dream is just a dream, and things like that. So now we're at the epilogue for Miku's path. So, with that said, let's go. Damn, I'm so tired of all this. Huh? Me? It doesn't say Semyon even. I raised my eyes and saw a girl hanging over me. What exactly are you tired of? Everything. It's not like someone made you do this, or is still making you. Well, it's not that simple. Oh, it is indeed quite that simple. Damn, you're always... Olga Dimitrievna is still here. Okay, because if your name is Masha, then things are definitely changing. Stop chatting, come on, get to work. A voice that could brook no objections came from far away. The bus became empty in an instant. The girl I was arguing with sulked like a child, turned abruptly, clicked her heels and headed to the exit. Her name was Masha. Okay, you ready? A woman appeared. Her face simultaneously expressed agony for the fates of the whole of humanity, arrogance, concentration and fatigue. Huh, okay, so we don't know anyone this time around. Interesting. Yeah, sure. Excellent. Then, action. I didn't even realize when she left the bus and camera appeared, pointing at me. I shut my eyes. That's right, I must be sleeping according to the script. How long must I sit like that? 10 seconds? 20? That should be enough. I slowly opened my eyes and started to sweep the bus with an ignorant look. That's it. I haven't got the slightest idea why I'm here. What is this? An Icarus? But why? So I have to put on the most surprised face that I've ever done. I should imagine that I'm sitting in a toilet, reading a book, and then the door suddenly swings open, and I've seen Jean Reno with a gun. Don't know who Jean Reno is, but I guess it's an action hero. Pardon me, do you mind that I'm, pardon my French, doing number 2 here? You would surely be surprised. I just couldn't bear it and laughed out loud. Stop, stop, yelled the director. Oh, so Olga is the director. It's an outrage. We've already been shooting for a week, but we've still got less than nothing. She jumped close to me. What's the matter this time? You know, well, she would hardly appreciate my story about Jean Reno. I'm sorry. It was hard to look her in the eyes. It wasn't like I was really worried about me messing up yet another take, but mainly because I was afraid to break into laughter again. Okay, lunch break. Didn't she have a hat? Yeah, between frames she had a hat. Our director took off her Panama hat and began to fan herself with it. Okay, that's why she doesn't have one. It's so hot. Well, it's summer after all, and he's also Shurik. Okay. Shurik came out of thin air, proving himself to be quite observant. Duh, blockhead, you better take care of the camera. He's the cameraman, okay. Shurik calmly dodged the Panama hat that was thrown at him and went back to his camera. He always like that, calm, wise, and boring, dull, and quite predictable. I got out of the bus and headed to the canteen to grab a bite. And ran into Masha at the doors. So? Nothing. No surprise. Wanna have something to eat? She stared at me for some time with an uncomprehending look. Okay, let's go. It's strange. Seems that Masha has already visited the canteen. What is it? Didn't she have time to have her lunch? I examined her thoroughly from behind. Her double ponytails were really long and dangled from side to side, now and then hitting whatever they encountered on the way. Doesn't that mean it's pigtails? I thought they were called pigtails. Maybe it's only if they're short. I don't know. Are you sure that you're comfortable with your hair like that? I asked Masha when we've sat down at the table. What's the problem? Well, they're kinda way too long, no? It's part of my character, dork. As if they were any shorter before that. She threw an angry glance at me and proceeded to violently stir the contents of her packet of instant noodles. One day I'm gonna get gastritis thanks to this diet. I already got it. Oh, sure. I bet you have already drunk all the stage props together with these guys. What's wrong with that? I'm not paid for this work, just so you know, and it's hard. The leading role, after all. I don't drink the cameras and filming tape. Oh, it's like you're going for an Oscar. Who knows? Who knows? I reclined on the chair and lit us up cigarettes. Just for information, it's a children's camp here, in case you'd forgotten. Yeah? You see any kids around? Masha sniffed and didn't reply. And by the way, all the great ones had to start with something. Some of them, for instance, started with a graduation project. Not a single sane human would ever think of shooting such a wild garbage. She gazed warily around with an intimidating look, making sure that nobody except us was at the canteen, and continued. Only Olga Dmitrievna would. It's not like someone made you do it. Oh yeah? Masha said slowly with bitterness in her voice. Like I had any choice, or you did, or anyone else. Well, for starters, you could have proposed another subject. To propose a subject. What subject? All this time Masha had been sprinkling salt over her noodle cup, and it seemed she wasn't going to stop. I see you like it spicy. What? I directed my gaze at her cup. Damn! She slammed the salt shaker down the table and sadly dropped her eyes to the small hill of salt that, like an iceberg, fighting global warming, just refused to dissolve in the broth. Oh, come on! I suddenly felt sorry for Masha. Anyway, I could hardly digest this crap. Sandwiches are way better. Here. I pushed my bowl in her direction. She took it silently and began to eat. Won't you even thank me? But it's completely your fault. What exactly? You distracted me and Anyway, it's your fault. Oh, whatever. Masha kept eating in silence. I finished smoking and stubbed the cigarette out on the corner of the table. What exactly don't you like about it? Well, it's actually fine if you get used to it. Lovely noodles. I looked at Masha in a way that made clear exactly how silly and irrelevant her answer was. Oh, you're talking about the movie? About the movie. Take my character, for example. Although never mind using it as an example, it's the worst part of the script. Were you even reading this as you wrote it? Oh, I'm the writer. Oh, okay. Bold move to insult my writing. For the first 2 days, the laziness took over. Well, I read it. So what, does it seem normal to you? What exactly? Character! My character! What's the problem with it? I decided to play the fool till the end. Stop mocking me! If looks could kill, my death would have been a pretty painful one. Alright. Calm down. Masha fixed her gaze on me. What's the matter with your character? Just a normal retarded girl. Well, that's not language we use these days. There's so many around anyway, no? She turned red at first, then blue, then she turned green. I'm not sure that the changing of colors on her face during a fraction of a second was really like that, but either way, Masha looked scary. You know, that's disgusting, she said, suddenly getting a grip. I think it's perfectly normal. The cast of a movie, or a book for that matter, can't consist only of cute, smart and sexy characters. It still needs supporting roles. Supporting, but not retarded. It's not like we don't encounter them in real life. But I'm not like that. But you're not playing yourself after all. The stubbornness started to get on my nerves. People will watch it and say, Masha is a retard. Is this video going to be blocked? I mean, I am so much for creative expression, but not YouTube. Not so much. I covered my face with hands and put my head down on the table. Okay, and what do you suggest now? I don't know. Everything is just bad. Will it get better if you just keep crying and moaning? I'm not moaning. Oh, like I can't hear it. Well, I'd prefer if I couldn't. You know what? I opened one eye and looked up at the enraged Masha. What? You're just an insensitive bastard. As you say, mademoiselle. And... she didn't manage to finish the phrase. The door burst open and a cheerful shout reached us. Sasha! Masha niyan! Semyon-kun! Oh, here comes another raving lunatic. Oh lord, what have I done wrong? Nah. Slavia is not like that. Nah, not even her actor. I'm sorry, but nah. I was expecting Uliana to be like that, but not Slavia. Oh, that hurts. I turned my head and glanced skeptically at the girl who ran into the canteen. Sasha, one of the main characters. If we compare Sasha in real life with the character she's going to play, then Masha's words about the injustice of this world don't seem that meaningless. However, on the bright side, one can't ignore Sasha's acting talent. She really becomes a totally different person on the screen. I told you like 1,000 times, don't you ever call me Masha Nyan. Masha gritted her teeth. Okay, then it will be Masha. Can I? Sasha snatched a chair, moved it closer and sat beside me. Freaking cuckoo! How do people like that enter college in the first place? What are you talking about? Sasha seemed to ignore Masha's opinion on her professional impropriety. Oh, we were just discussing what exactly Masha Nyan doesn't like about her script. Just wait till I beat the neon out of you. She tried to land a punch on my forehead, but I dodged and her fist slammed down the table. Sasha gave a brief cry and started shivering. See how discontent she is? A curious young mind which doesn't seek any compromise. Ready for long, painstaking work, for self-sacrifice and denial of the fragile material world. And all for what? For the truth. Wow, you're so smart, Sasha murmured and hugged my arm. Too bad you are not, No, you're hopeless! I'll take that as a compliment. Masha fetched her phone out of her pocket and checked the time. Okay, time to get going. Where are you going? You only appear starting day 2. It's you who should get going, dork. Me too. Sasha jumped around, still clinging to my arm. I guess so. I got up, pushed the chair back into the table and looked over at Masha. See ya. Oh, get going. She snorted and turned away. Itikimasu! Get lost! Just as she reached my ear, Sasha shot past me with an empty noodle pack trailing in her wake. I was sitting in the bus, flipping through the script lazily. So, which idiot wrote this? Oh yeah, that would be me. I put aside the sack of sloppily stapled printed pages and fixed my sight outside the window. Indeed, it was really hot. Even without Shurik being Captain Obvious, it was hot. Let's take the asphalt for example. It doesn't give a damn that just yesterday it was winter according to the script. You know it has to be melting right here and now. And the grasshoppers don't care, they just keep rehearsing. By the way, which of them do the chirping? Is it the crickets or the grasshoppers? Or cicadas? I believe all do? Nah, those screech. Oh, okay. You're gonna be that nitpicky, huh? Damn, I don't even have any internet handy for a quick check. Though, why would I? The script is all agreed on and approved and can't be edited at all. And anyway, who would care about the grasshoppers in our movie? Yeah, I can actually hear them. It's very subtle. Although it would be a splendid idea for shooting a horror flick in the spirits of a 50s USB movie. Like for example, My Cousin is a Grasshopper or The Cricket's Day, One Flew Over the Cicada Nest. If I have to spend 5 more minutes here, I'm gonna turn into an insect myself. Oh, why were there no air conditioners in the old Soviet buses? Hey, hello! Anyone home? A loudspeaker was pointed at me, and right behind it I recognized the face of Olga Dmitrievna through the melting air. Please leave a message after the... I felt a blow. Hey, you can't just smack the protagonist like that. Have you even read my tour writer? Shut up. This has to be the last take in the bus. I wanted this pretty bad myself. After all, it's better to be outside than stuck in this moving man-melter. Shurik's camera was hanging over me. I acted as if I was really desperate about what was going on, raged across the bus, dashed outside, ran all around it, and finally collapsed down on the sidewalk. Cut! Olga Dmitrievna smiled approvingly. Well, seems like you are able to do it when you really want to. Sure, it seems that will is the most important thing. And now, meeting Slavia. Yeah, so this is just the entire game, but as from the point of view as a movie director. Yeah, as actors. A break, maybe? Router prayed. We ain't here for a vacation. Off you go to your camera. He hung his head and shuffled off to his place. Action! I stared at the camp gates. I held my gaze on the statues of the pioneers and took a few steps forward. Sasha emerged from behind the gates. Hi, Semyon-kun. My name is Slavia. Yoroshiku. A stunned silence descended upon the set. Wasn't she supposed to be a brilliant actor? It seemed like even the grasshopper suddenly stopped their song and looked up at Sasha with fascination. Yeah, everything stopped there with the sound, so yeah. I have one question for you. The dreadfully calm voice of Olga Dmitrievna reached us from behind me. Have you even read the script? Sure I did, but it's so boring. It was pointless to cry, I swear, go into hysterics. We couldn't find another actress here. We only have 3 weeks in this camp, and you... She sat down in the director's chair and began to fan herself with a Panama hat. Guys, don't you get that we won't make it in time? We keep strolling around like this. We still have lots of stuff to shoot. Could you get at least a little more serious? It's like I'm the only one who cares. A stick certainly won't work with Sasha, so maybe we should try a carrot instead. I'm sorry. I'll try again. You better. I tried hard to imagine the protagonist surveying the unknown environment, as millions of theories fled through his head. He's shocked. He doesn't know what to think of all of it. His brain is ready to explode. His consciousness starts to wander. And there you go, a girl. Your average pioneer appears and she has not the slightest idea what's happened to him. She just greets the protagonist and sends him to the camp leader. I took a few steps forward and Sasha appeared from behind the gates. You must be new here. I caught sight of the lens of the camera pointed at me from out of the corner of my eye and tried hard to make a really surprised face. If so, you need to go to our camp leader. So you can do it, if you really want to. Olga Dmitrievna wiped the sweat from her forehead. I'm gonna turn grey before my time with all these fripperies of yours. And we still have to do the editing. Ah! She checked her watch. Okay, let's call it a day. I'd hardly call myself a workaholic, but even I felt that it's way too early to stop, given we're already falling badly behind schedule. Do you think that... I do, but I feel absolutely done. As you wish. I shrugged and headed into the camp. Evening was closing in. Oh. Tonight was dining with Masha, Sasha and Alyssa. So you're... okay. Who is an actor and who has their actual name? There was a huge bowl full of fried potato slices with mushrooms right in front of me. One of the perks of summer. Fresh vegetables from the garden. You better show that much effort during filming. Oh, you seem to prefer instant noodle over this? What are you talking about? Sasha is a great chef. mumbled Alyssa. Didn't anyone ever tell you that it's impolite to talk with your mouth full? And you're always complaining. I'm... Sasha was about to burst into tears. Oh lord. Come on, chill out, everything's delicious. Yeah, imagine, yeah, do you want me to make something? Masha gave her such a dirty look that it became obvious even to Sasha that she shouldn't continue. But anyway, let's tell me honestly. I won't. But you don't even know what I'm about to ask you. I know. So, what's it going to be? She stared at me with a triumphant look. When did I come up with such a rubbish script? Damn! Alyssa and Sasha laughed. Oh, I see that you're both okay with it. What's the matter? It's summer, we're surrounded by nature, there's a beach here, everything looks great. You might as well visit Turkey, why did you come here? Alyssa glanced at Masha blankly and started to dig into her plate. So? She pointed her fork at me. Fear not the fork, but the spoon. One blow and your skull is doomed. Now you tell me, is he even normal? Semi-unkun is kawaii! Ugh. This is hurting my soul. Sasha hugged my arm and nodded vigorously. What's the matter anyway? He has got us a free vacation. I don't understand what I'm even doing here. Well, it's not like anyone's holding you here, I said coldly. Oh, if only what I wanted mattered. And you, what are you doing all this time? You just keep nagging others and yet there's still a lot of time before your appearance according to the script. You must be preparing for the role, huh? I interrupted her. Oh, maybe I am preparing. Double standards. Triple damn it! So, what are you doing, for real? Well, what would you expect me to do? Me? Nothing. Just curious. Reading books? She answered timidly. And every book about how to master acting. Stop it, okay? We are sitting out here, God knows where, no internet, no phone signal, nothing at all. If I hadn't brought the mosquito repellent with me. I brought it, yeah! Masha gave her such a look that Sasha's son started to take up a much less space than usual. I just don't get you. What's the point of complaining all the time? You could have stayed back home. Huh? Did I even ask you? Masha got up abruptly and headed for the exit. Masha is upset, said Sasha in a distressed tone. If she got upset just now, then wait until you see what she's gonna be like towards the end of the shooting. Drospa is both friendship in Russian and fortunately a well-known brand of chainsaws. Okay. A pioneer chainsaw massacre with a Drospa, eh? Curiously enough, I really couldn't comprehend why Masha keeps freaking out. Sure, since the very beginning she had no real enthusiasm for either the script or the whole idea of shooting our movie in a godforsaken pioneer camp. But still, she wasn't that aggressive. Maybe it's the heat that's to blame. Or the grasshoppers. Sure, that's it. Grasshoppers. They're giving us a hella instead of a good sleep. I wish we just had a button to release some sort of poisonous gas, and presto. What are you thinking about? About the grasshoppers? What's wrong with them? Might as well ask, what's right with them? Grasshoppers, they're not nya. Why? Well, they're so scary. You just don't like insects in general? Nope. Me neither. A heavy silence fell. No matter what's going on in Masha's head, at least she can always keep the conversation going. Even if it's about the grasshoppers. I imagine her talking about her hatred towards these hellish creatures who dare not only to plague this already imperfect world, but also keep chirping all night long, this time interrupting your own inner resting gentle soul. Olga Dmitrievna approached our table. Ready for the night shooting? Night shooting? It's not like we've even completed the first scenes yet. And you also mentioned that we're done for today. We have to make a maximum use of the time, or else we won't make it at all. I couldn't say that I was completely dead tired, and besides, I had to show at least a spark of commitment to the success of my own project. Alright, what are we shooting? The night scene with Slavia in the woods. Nani? Sasha heard that we were discussing her character and jumped in. Just please, began Olga Dmitrievna in a strained voice. Stick to the script this time. Wakaramista! And stop that already! She gritted her teeth, turning around and left us. What's that scene about? Haven't you read the script at all? Dude, is that the synopsis of this storyline? Haven't you read the script at all? Of course I haven't, said Alyssa proudly. I'm more than okay than just reading the scenes where I appear. I wasn't going to trouble her with a meaningless talk about the necessity of getting the whole picture to fully understand one's character. I'm watching Slavia dancing by the side of the lake in the woods. Yeah, it's so romantic! And she strips down in process. Yeah? Sasa stared at me with a look of incomprehension. The meaning of my words dawned on her after several moments. Strips? Relax, not completely. Well, if it's gonna be you... She blushed. Sure, seems like this girl has not only been watching too much anime recently, but also is not the smartest one by birth. Just why did Olga Dmitrievna cast a character like this? As for me, I'd rather cast Masha to play Slavia, and Sasha as Miku. Yeah. That makes sense. Except for the hair. Anyway, it's up to the director to decide, and Olga Dmitrievna is the only director we have. By any chance, will there be that? What? Sasha gave Alyssa a blank stare. No. What do you mean? Nothing at all? Not in this scene. Ah, so you will be doing that later. Alyssa showed off a sharp grin. If it sparks your curiosity so much, you should go and read the script already. Nah, I'm not curious at all. Alyssa got up from the table. Okay, I'll be going. What was it all about? What is that? It's nothing. Go get yourself ready. The sun's already setting. Nya! Sasha got up and dashed to the exit. I finished my plate of potatoes and gave a heavy sigh. Well, at this rate we won't manage to shoot even half a movie. I guess we can just put "to be continued" at the end. And turn everything into an epic saga created by the students of a third-rate local cinema and a television college. Suddenly I understood that I really don't care anymore. Ready? I turned back and caught a sight of Shurik. It's not like I have anything to prepare. Do you think you can manage these night shootings? Oh, somehow. Ugh, let's get going then. It's finally become colder in the evenings. Too cold, I'd say. I was sitting on a stump and trying to keep myself warm in my thin top, while others were aligning cameras and lights. Why should I be doing this stuff anyway? It's not like I even have a part in this scene. Masha was setting up a light reflector cloth between the trees. Who else? We're always short on manpower. Well, you could bring on more people for this. Everyone would have been happy to participate in the production of such a masterpiece. Are you complaining about something? Olga Dmitrievna gave her a menacing look. No, not at all. I'm fine. Our director was probably the only person here that Masha hesitated to argue with. I wonder why. Shurik sat down next to me. What do you think? Any chance we'll get it in only 2 or 3 takes? I have no idea. It's not like it depends on me. I nodded towards Sasha. She was jumping up and down energetically by the lakeside, warming up for her role. Oh, I see. Shurik heaved a doomed sigh and headed to this camera. Alright, it's time. I hid myself behind a tree. Camera, action! Sasha walked past me, almost dancing. I couldn't help noticing that given all this extra lighting, combined with the moonlight, she looked plain stupid. But that's the cameraman's concern anyway. It's probably for the best. I slowly emerged from behind the trees and followed her. Sasha went slowly along the shoreline, almost hovering above the ground, taking off her neckerchief and unbuttoning her shirt on the way. In fact, it actually looked amazing. I bet she could have been a great actress of the silent cinema. Soon enough, Sasha disappeared into the woods. I took a few moments to space out at the shoreline and then started to follow her. Cut! Sasha immediately dashed back from behind the trees. So, how is it? Excellent, perfect. If only you could perform like this every time, on the first take. Then we would have it all finished in time. You're saying it like we're not gonna make it on time, I noted skeptically. We'll make it, you bet. What do you mean, that's all? Masha suddenly appeared next to me as if out of nowhere. You wanted something else? We spent like 3 hours in preparation for only 1 minute of footage? It's cinema. Cinema, you know. Art. One can be hunting a single shoot for years. One could be shooting in a 5-minute movie for decades. Olga Dmitrievna looked particularly funny, waving her arms like that. Sure, mumbled Masha in a wasted voice. That's it? Yeah, that's it for tonight. Then good night, everyone. She threw that piece of reflector cloth to the ground and hastened off towards the camp. I quickly mumbled in my goodbyes to everyone, grabbed a script printout and rushed after her. Hey, it was at the square that I caught up with her. Oh, now what do you want? A look of extreme fatigue was on Masha's face. Maybe you want to take a short walk before you head off to sleep. Why would I? She glanced at me, apparently misunderstanding me. Well, it's just, it's still so early. I bet you wouldn't even think of going to sleep at this time in the city. In the city? This isn't the city here, you know? Here, 3 days counts for 1. Oh, come on, it's still early. Oh, fine. She gave me a bright look and smiled. Just not for too long. Ma'am, yes ma'am. Why do you carry that all the time? She pointed at the stack of paper I held in my hands. Well, you never know what might happen. Shortly thereafter we arrived at the beach. What a lovely moon. Masha started to strip and dash off towards the river. I don't know what I was expecting because she had a bikini on under that pioneer uniform of hers. So she's been wearing a bikini for hours. Really? Isn't that kinda annoying? Fascinated, I stared at her as she paddled her legs in the water, which caused the ripples to splash around her. So, you're still able to have fun? I shouted. She threw me an offhanded look, came closer and sat down next to me. Yeah, it's like recently you all think that I'm just an old hag. Of course you're not. But you're still one hell of a moaner. I guess I have my reasons. Not sure, I don't see any particular ones. Masha got up and moved several feet away from me. Oh, come on. Don't come on me, it's just... One can't be such a what? You never see anything. She put her head down on her knees and added quietly. And you never understand. Yeah, that's me. Cold-hearted, dumb and dull. Masha gave a barely audible laugh. Yeah, exactly. Let's go swimming? It's cold in there. It won't take long. Oh, okay. The water was surprisingly warm, so indeed we were hardly going to freeze. I sat down at the towel that somebody had left behind and took a deep breath of the soft night air. Masha lay in front of me and rested her head on my lap. Am I disturbing you? Not at all. I just felt kinda tired. She looked straight into my eyes, but I averted my gaze. Why can't it all be the same as before? How so? Come on! That was a joint decision, you know. Oh! Did they used to date? but nevertheless. She put her arms around my waist, and I felt even more ill at ease. Why have we come here in the first place? To shoot a movie. I tried to put it off with a jest. Still, if it wasn't for you, I would have never gone to this college in the first place. You could have already... She sighed. But now, I still think that digging up the past in this context is hardly a good idea. You might think so. As for me, I still think that we shouldn't have, but you were the one who wanted it in the first place. I never wanted it, said Masha resentfully. Oh yeah? So it was me who insisted? Yes, it was you. She turned away but didn't get off of me. You're always like that. You don't like this, you don't like that. You can't just adopt a simple approach to life, take a look around. It's a splendid summer. It's a beautiful night. We're shooting a remarkable movie. In fact, everything's great. You really believe all that yourself? Her question was indeed one worth asking. I do. Kind of. It's not like everything always ideal. But what's so bad about it? Everything is bad. She seemed ready to burst into tears. This stupid camp, that script of yours. Everything is bad, and you're not a child anymore. You could have already started a family, gotten a job. Aye. We discussed it all like 1,000 times. Yeah, and broke up exactly because of that. That was your call, mind you, precisely because of your everything is bad attitude. Oh, but you're like everything is great to make up for that. Only fools rejoice about everything around them. I'm not rejoicing, or rather I'm rejoicing about things that are worth rejoicing about. I like my work. I find pleasure in films. Do I really? So, that means you didn't find pleasure in me? She got up and leaned against my chest. Maybe we shouldn't. What's the matter? Don't you want to? I couldn't make up my mind on how I should reply. On the one hand, I didn't want to open old wounds, but on the other hand, I clearly understood that I'm not in a position to refuse. And by now I didn't care if someone who might not be sleeping might see us. But why? What comes after? Who cares? Well, in that case... Oh. Interesting. That they actually still censored the actual penetration. Guess it's time to sleep. It's gonna be a rough day tomorrow. Olga Dmitrievna will definitely push us hard. I was slowly buttoning my shirt as I watched Masha dressing. I don't wanna sleep alone, she murmured quietly. What? Afraid of the grasshoppers? It's not the grasshoppers, it's the crickets. And I'm not afraid of them. She averted her gaze and blushed a little. It's just, well, unusual. You might have got used to it, given the amount of time. I suddenly thought that there's nothing wrong with this idea. Especially given everything that happened. Okay. But where? Masha gave me a questioning look. There are a couple of unoccupied cabins, reserved for further scenes. Well, we could use these props for a while, I guess. Let's go. She smiled, got up, took my arm, and we slowly headed to the square. Next day. No, there we go. An irresistibly blinding morning glare struck my eyes. But yeah, that is the first part in Miku's epilogue. Apparently we're filming a movie, and everything that has been before this is that movie. Interesting, is it not? But yeah, Miku is just an actor, and Sasha as well, apparently. And well, Slavia. And everyone else, not just those two. But yeah, that will be the end of today's episode. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you Joseph for donating directly to my Ko-fi page. If you guys want to help me out, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye everyone.